I never believed in wrong rooms. I thought that was just something people said when they were tired or scared or trying to make a story sound better than it really was. But last winter, I walked into a room that wasn't supposed to exist. And once you notice something like that, you can't unsee it. It started on a Tuesday. Nothing special about the day. No storm, no blackout, no strange feeling. I came home from work later than usual. It was quiet, too quiet. The hallway lights in my apartment building were on, but only every second one, that flickering pattern they never bother fixing. I remember thinking how empty the building felt. No footsteps, no voices, no doors closing, just the hum of the lights and my own breathing. When I reached my floor, I noticed something odd. The door at the end of the hallway was open. That door had always been locked, always. It led to a storage room, or maybe an old maintenance area. No one really knew. But I had lived there for 3 years, and I had never seen it open. At first, I ignored it. People forget to close doors. Maintenance workers come and go. It didn't have to mean anything. But as I walked past it, I felt colder. Not the normal kind of cold, not like a draft. It felt like the air itself changed. Heavier, thicker. I slowed down without realizing it. And then I looked inside. The room was empty. No boxes, no pipes, no tools. Just a long, narrow space with a single light hanging from the ceiling. The light was on. It swayed slightly, even though there was no wind. I stood there longer than I should have. Something about the room felt wrong, not dangerous, just incorrect, like it had been placed there by mistake. I remember thinking, I don't remember this being here. That should have been my warning, but curiosity is quiet. Fear screams, and curiosity almost always wins first. I stepped inside. The floor was concrete, cold under my shoes. The walls were smooth, too smooth. No cracks, no stains, no marks, like they had never been touched. I took 3 steps in and stopped. The hallway behind me felt far away. I turned around. The door was still there, still open, still normal. That's the only reason I didn't panic. I told myself I was overthinking, that I was tired, that my brain was filling in gaps that didn't matter. I took another step, then another. The light above me flickered once, just once, and the sound changed. The hum of the building, the distant noise from outside, everything disappeared. It became silent, not quiet, silent. I turned around again. The door was gone, not closed, gone. There was no frame, no hinges, no outline, just a flat wall. My heart started beating faster. I touched the wall. It was solid, cold, real. I pressed harder. Nothing. That's when I noticed something else. The room was longer than it had been before. I hadn't walked far, but the space behind me felt stretched, like the room had expanded without moving. I didn't know how else to explain it. I tried to calm myself, tried to think logically. There had to be another exit, another door, a maintenance hatch, something. I walked forward. The light followed me, not moved, but somehow always stayed above me. I stopped again. The room smelled different now. Not mold, not dust. Something metallic, old. I don't know how long I walked, minutes, seconds. Time didn't feel right. Then I heard it, a sound behind me. Footsteps, slow, careful. matching my pace. I stopped. They stopped. I turned around. The room was empty, but the footsteps continued right behind me, close enough that I could feel the vibration through the floor. That's when I ran. I ran forward, not knowing where I was going, not knowing if it mattered. The light flickered violently. The walls felt closer. The footsteps got louder, faster, and then, suddenly, I hit a door. I fell forward, my shoulder slamming into wood. I scrambled up, grabbing the handle, twisting it, pulling with everything I had. The door flew open, and I stumbled into the hallway, my hallway. Same lights, same carpet, same flickering pattern. I turned around. The door was closed, locked, just like it had always been. I stood there shaking, my heart pounding, my head spinning. I checked my phone. 10 minutes had passed, but it felt much longer. That night, I barely slept. The next morning, I checked the door again. It was still locked, still normal. I asked the building manager about it. He looked confused. He told me there had never been a room there. He said that section of the building was solid concrete. No storage, no maintenance area, no door. I moved out 2 weeks later. But sometimes, when I wake up at night, I feel like the room is longer than it should be, like the walls are a little farther away. And when the building is quiet, I swear I can hear footsteps matching my pace just behind me. If you ever see a door in your building that you don't remember, don't go inside. Some rooms aren't meant to be left. I thought it was over. I told myself that some things don't need answers, that doors disappear, that fear fades. But weeks later, something changed. The hallway felt longer, not wider, longer, like the walls were slowly pulling apart. The lights took longer to turn on. And sometimes, when I stood still, I could feel movement behind the walls, not walking, not breathing, shifting, like something adjusting its position, waiting for the right alignment. I stopped counting the floors, stopped checking the walls, stopped looking for doors, because I understood something. The door was never the entrance. It was the invitation, and whatever was behind it didn't need it anymore.